Sidekicks on Sports Nightly is presented by Frogtown Johnny's, Toledo's #1 sports bar and grill since 1992.
We're reaching the prime time of soccer season. Conference championships are nearly complete and playoff brackets have been released. So we need both of our dynamic duo, Chris Black and Francis Stevens, in here to help break down more. Guys, thanks so much for joining me.
Absolutely. It's Wednesday.
It's good to be here, right?
So on the boys' side, most of the conference championships have been decided. St. Francis takes the CHSL. You have Anthony Wayne for the Buckeye division in the NLL, Springfield for the Cardinal division, as well as Maumee in the NBC. Any of those surprise you?
Well, I think one of them is, in the NLL side, the Buckeye division, a lot of people probably thought it was the time for Perrysburg to run away with it this year, but Anthony Wayne did such a great job and really a team effort for them to come out on top. Squeaked through a little bit, but they got that done. That's the big one, I think, a little bit surprising. Then also the flop. You went from St. John's last year up in Detroit, now it's St. Francis up in Detroit. The big surprise, 2 back-to-back Ohio winners up there in the Catholic Conference. So that's exciting for us. I'm not so sure they're excited about that up in Michigan.
You know what? St. Francis kind of has St. John's number this year, and rightfully so. And Coach Kern's got those guys going the right direction. I mean, Josh Brennan's been huge for them all season long. Drew Puckett's been really well for them, kind of been moving a little bit from the flank and even inside, but it's that goalkeeping that St. Francis has with senior Ben Baker and sophomore Joel Neary. For Perrysburg, yes, I thought it was a little bit of a shock, but, you know, Coach Billings, 8th NLL title in 13 years. I mean, the guy's done it enough to know. So rightfully so, Anthony Wayne came in those games and rightfully took care of business. They had to score goals in the run of play. Got him off set pieces like he does, you're right. Maumee, not shocked by that because I had him against Old Carver, and I'm like, well, you know what? If you don't have anybody that can stop Blake Wagner and company, you're going to be any Wagner, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be in trouble. So, I mean, rightfully so for those guys, and even getting Ottawa Hills as well, too, getting a TAC championship as well, too.
Playoff time, also exciting to look forward to. The brackets are out with some changes due to the addition of more divisions. But, guys, what stands out from some of maybe the seedings or potential matchups we get to look forward to?
I'm going to take this one first. For Division I, it was really easy. It's only 3 teams. So Perrysburg, obviously, if you look at the order of operations in the NLL Buckeye division, that seems about right, minus missing you guys and Anthony Wayne. So, you know, obviously the biggest problem I see for Perrysburg is going to be that 10-day layover. They do play against Springfield next Tuesday, which does help, but you still almost have 8 days when you're not playing a game. So that's going to hurt them a little bit. Now for Division II, very interesting to see. You can't comment on this because you're in the tournament. I can do that. But
for 10 years. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, there you go. But I wasn't shocked by the way the seeds came out. I thought it was pretty accurate down from 1 through 4. I mean, obviously St. Francis did their job in the regular season taking care of St. John's. They do have a draw against Anthony Wayne. They did beat you guys 1-0 last week. But again, I think right now, this is kind of open for anybody.
I'll say in Division II for the boys. That's how I voted. I mean, literally, I put myself fourth. I'll put that out there. And that's where we deserve to be. But anyone can beat anyone. The top 4, I mean, anyone can beat anyone. And that's the tough thing now. Anthony Wayne and St. Francis, their first big test for Anthony Wayne isn't started, obviously, that first round. But they play St. Francis right away. So any of them get out.
Also some exciting games to look forward to right here on BCSN, starting with college soccer, especially Bowling Green taking on Drake.
That's going to be a big game for Bowling Green, especially right now coming off that 1-0 loss on the road at UIC over the weekend. They bounced back last night, a big 5-2 win over Detroit Mercy. Being able to get a guy like Bennett Painter, 3 goals, 2 assists, involved in all 5 goals, that was a big thing. And then again, you know, just that midfield play that they have, very solid at the back. And then, you know, they got the great Brendan Graves in goal, and it's going to be really difficult to score against him.
What Drake does not want to see is Bennett Painter, as Francis said, just off of figuring all 5 goals. But he got 2 on him last year in a brace against Drake. So they didn't want no part of Bennett Painter again. And he's on fire. He's on a roll again. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that game.
We've also got Delta at Maumee Valley Country Day, as well as Bowling Green at Maumee. On the high school side, certainly games to look forward to, and probably more games we'll see you guys on the call. But thanks so much for joining me today for Sidekicks.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.